Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabriel, and today we're going to do another twin flame energy reading. This reading is meant to be timeless, so no matter when you find it, no matter where you're at on your journey, there is a message for you here. So today we're going to be pulling from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. No, the Psychic Tarot. Not Psychic Tarot for the Heart. It's another John Holland deck. But today we're pulling from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. So I've already shuffled. We're just going to go ahead and get started. All right. The first card is Disruption. And when I see this, it really feels like there's a place where maybe you're feeling stuck right now. Maybe you feel like you've done everything that you can think to do and you're just hitting a wall with your twin flame. You just feel like, oh, if I could only burst out, right? If I could only just move through whatever this is, this block, if I could only just communicate with my twin flame, if I could only just move through the block, then I would feel better, then I would be able to make progress. And when you're feeling like this, know that stuck energy is kind of a choice. We choose to remain stuck in a situation, usually because we're afraid of facing the feeling. And you may think, well, no, I'm trying to do it, but you really want to center in on how you feel and look at where you might be feeling fear in this space. Because sometimes it's very subtle, but it will be there. Especially if you're feeling stuck, you want to really feel into why are you choosing to be stuck? Because you're a divine child of God. You create your reality. And when you're feeling stuck, there's a place where you are somewhere limiting yourself to move forward. But the key is to look at why. What is that giving you? What is remaining stuck giving you? What is remaining stuck? Is that keeping you safe? And why do you feel like that's keeping you safe? A lot of times we get a little afraid. Oh, if I feel this, then maybe it's a really dramatic place in your consciousness where you're like, if I feel this, if I go there, if I love myself, I'll die. I've had those times. I've felt that way before, where it's like, if I love myself here, I'll just die. But the thing that is dying is your ego. The thing that is dying is the fear. The thing that is dying is the limitation that you've held yourself to for so long, that you believe that is you, but it's not. And when you love yourself there and you allow yourself to let go of that limitation and that fear that you're hanging on to, you will move forward. You don't have to accept this disruption or being stuck. You can go there, love yourself, and then you will naturally move to the next step. Choose wisely is the next card. So you want to choose wisely. You want to choose to move with love. You want to move with God. And you want to choose love, choose peace in every situation. A lot of people get to this point right here and they're like, I give up. I give up on my twin flame journey. And really what they're saying is, I give up on myself. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to love myself in this space. That's what you're saying. Because it's not really about the twin flame. What you're really saying is, I want love here and I don't think I'll ever have love here. That's what you're saying when you're like, I give up on myself. I feel so stuck. But you don't have to accept that. You are a divine child of God. You are powerful. You are strong. You are lovable. And you are loving. And all it is this place within you that is feeling like they are unlovable. And when you go to that space, when you go to this space that's upset and feeling stuck, you can give yourself love there. That's why the mirror exercise is so powerful, is it teaches you to go to these places that you felt really uncomfortable. You go to these places where you felt unlovable, and that can be very hard to face. That can be one of those things where you feel like, I don't want to see that I felt like I was unlovable. Because a lot of times we carry this fear that we're going to find out that that's the truth. Oh, I feel like I'm unlovable, and if I go there and look at it, I'll find out that I'm unlovable. That is not the case. You are lovable because you are a child of God. You are deserving of love. You are worthy of love. You are enough. You are all of these things, but you can only really see that for yourself when you go to that space that feels that way, that feels like it's the opposite of the truth, and bring love there. Because you can choose to love yourself in that space. You can choose to see yourself as divine. You can choose your divinity. You can choose your worth. It's not determined by anything outside of you. It's not determined by the past. It's really just determined by the fact that you exist. And so choose your worth, choose to move forward, choose to love yourself. And that's the choosing wisely. Choose the truth, choose your peace, and you can move through it. Next card is Prosperity Begins. Yeah, like once you've moved through this, once you're choosing to love yourself rather than to stay stuck, that's when your prosperity begins. Oftentimes, we go through the deepest, darkest stuff like right before we have this new prosperity begin. You have to face those places within you that are feeling not so lovable, that are your deepest, darkest fears. You have to face those before you can truly experience the love of your twin flame, because you have to truly love yourself in that space. That's what your twin flame is going to show you, is that deepest, darkest fear that, oh, I'm not lovable, so my twin flame doesn't love me. But when you love yourself in that space, it feels like you're not lovable, and you finally recognize that you are lovable, then your twin flame's like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to show you the whole time, and they're right there. And that's your abundance. Like, oh, I'm not going to have enough. Well, I always have what I need. When you really come into that space of loving yourself, God always gives me what I need. Boom, your prosperity is right there. Your abundance is right there. You have to give yourself that love first. You have to feel abundant first. You have to feel lovable first before it can really manifest in your reality. But this is your sign that when you choose love, that's what you're going to get, is you're going to get your prosperity. You're going to naturally move into that. Yep, fulfillment of wishes. That's the next card. Fulfillment of wishes. When you choose your love, when you choose your peace, when you choose your joy, like you will have what you desire. You just have to go there. You have to give yourself the love first. And this is what you will receive. You don't go there to receive this. You go there to love yourself. And this is the natural result. Bottom of the deck. Wisdom. Yeah, you gain more wisdom, spiritual strength as you move through this journey, as you move through these challenges like this. You receive that gift of awareness every time you move through a mirror exercise of, oh, I can see where I was not really loving myself here, where I was kind of ignoring myself in this space. I have a revelation about my next step. That wisdom only comes, that spiritual wisdom only comes from healing, from loving yourself, from going deeper within your consciousness and discovering yourself. God can only speak to you when you're at peace, because you're not going to hear him otherwise. If you're up in the chaos, you're not going to hear God's gentle voice saying, love yourself, I love you, here's the next step. God is not going to yell. God might get your attention louder and louder and louder, but God is not going to scream at you. God is not going to fight for your attention. God is going to stay there in his peace and keep saying, I love you, here's the way. I love you, here's the way, right? And you're only going to hear the wisdom of God, the way from God, when you join him in that peace. And you do that by loving yourself. Exactly where we started. It's kind of rounded out in this that comes full circle. I love these types of readings, but it's really like you have to give yourself that love. You have to be willing to move through these deep, dark times and really choose love in order to have all of these things. And I said this over and over again, but I really want it to sink in that if you're feeling right now that you're just stuck and you're not sure how to move forward, you have to go there and bring yourself love. You have to be willing to go to these places, maybe even humble yourself, because I've seen a lot of people that'll be like, no, I am loving myself, as if you can't love yourself more. You can't go to this place. There can't be anywhere in your consciousness where maybe you're hanging on to a belief that isn't loving. Like, you have to be willing to humble yourself and go to those places and love yourself even deeper. It's never you've done something bad. You're not enough. It's, hey, there's a deeper place where you can love yourself, and see it in that way rather than a slight against yourself. Like, yeah, you are loving yourself in a lot of ways, but here's how you can love yourself deeper. So you humble yourself to go to that space, and then you can really reap all the benefits of the love that you're giving yourself. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you'd like support on your twin flame journey, whether your own personal reading to understand the next steps for healing, or if you'd like one-on-one support to heal through your blocks, you can find my services at sacredtwinflameunion.com, and I will see you all in the next video.